abilities with RORA now, right?
Yeah.
If Yue gets 2 kills within the first, what, let's say 6 minutes, I'll be generous, 6.5 minutes, holy, this game is gonna really close out quick.
And it's a good enough dynamic. You need a hero that can kind of both be there and not be there. That's what the Brilliance gets you. That's what the Darkness dash in and out gets you. So there is some play there between her and the Farsa.
Yeah, and the Kalei and the Lunox together are quite difficult to kill in the center of the map, especially with the minions are there. Both of them just have so much regen together. As expected, the aggression through SRG. They'll pick up the Cho and they pick up the Lapu Lapu. SRG, they're not hiding anything about their lineup. They want to go full aggro. That's why they took away the Lo Yi as well. One of the best picks that could have stopped in terms of crowd control and damage. Edward's pick here needs crowd control. This is what's severely lacking right now from the side of Aurora. Did they just go Alice? No. I don't want to see the Alice Lapu matchup against a lineup that is very full on early to mid.
You're gonna get kicked and shoved 6 feet into the ground so quick.
Oh, Glue got taken out as well. Uranus doesn't have enough control. There it is, Arlet.
Huh, wow, this is the most, okay. You know what? If Aurora are willing to say, hey, Edward, we're not gonna be able to give you too many resets, do the work, sir. Edward nods his head to his coach and says, yes.
The grand finals of the M7 World Championship. Naisu and Mirko to call the action.
All troops deployed.
Call the action, we shall. Here we go. Jumping into the Land of Dawn. It's a best of 5 and a ticket to the grand final for one of these teams here. It's me, Naisu, and Mirko to bring you this action. And now, man, I'm going to tell you what. These are lineups that at this point make clear sense. The Arlot, interesting that was the last pick, but have to agree with the panel on how they kind of went about this and that what the Arlot will provide, and you can rely on someone that's Mr. Consistent, man.
Yeah, when you have the Baksha in the jungle, when you have a utility jungler, you want to have a little bit more damage, a little bit more carry potential on your XP, and that's exactly what you get when you have Edward on the Arlet, right? Like, even though most Arlets, and I think even Edward here will probably go for just a Fury Hammer into tank, that's enough damage. You deal enough base damage, and it's all about the resets, which Light can get you too, and he's already doing a good job in the mid lane with Yue to pressure Yums and Stormy.
Yeah, the pressure that's going to happen here early on, especially in the mid lane, is going to also come from Light, like we just saw, especially when the Tsunami Slam is available, and they can kind of rotate around that. Again, with this dangerous grass map being a little bit faster, Light's going to just provide some information and get on out of there. This is one of the things, though, that we have seen throughout M7, is that Claude building... Oh, Dominkai? Okay.
Lead by Innocent there.
Yeah.
Straight into the BMI after. But who got the gold crab? Did you see?
I didn't. I think it was Dominkite. I could be wrong. I think still... Oh, whoa. Mid lane?
Yeah. All in over the Skies. And he baits the Phantom Steed. Skies wants to go in, but asking the G Kundo, landing on 2, but no further initiation. So, Aurora Gaming Philippines, they got what they wanted. They wanted to just bait out the Phantom Steed. Now it's going to be Edward. Caught in a bad spot. Ah, too clean with the Vengeance.
Okay. Demonkite's there, too, around the corner. So, no push through or follow through there. Turtle's going to be up now, though. So plenty of members on both sides here. We'll see some rotating. Whoa, mid lane.
All in there. Valkyrie Descent coming down. Innocent taken out by Yue and Light. Great read on the rotation is in the bottom lane. There's a bit of skirmish. Edward jumping with Vengeance again. Crime going for the slices. Down with a stun as well.
Oh, he gets stunned. Edward's gone, and now they're going to be going for more as Light falls. They're still going.
Now it's Demon Kai pocketing the Poisons. Yue going for the Brilliance now, but Sky's going to be on him right now with the Feather Airstrike as well. Purified to get a bit more movement speed. Sky's going to go down a Demon Kite.
Wow, it is a bloodbath. All before they could even go for the turtle, they go and get a couple kills on both sides, 3 for 3, and a little bit of extra gold over to SRG off that turret. Man, this is what we've been seeing today, Mirko. I mean, just a whole lot of fighting even before an objective is taken.
We have leveled up in the M-Series game, and again, this is what having a Swiss stage and then a double elimination gets you in a tournament. There's so much time for these teams to understand the meta, and even if they don't, they can go through that grueling 0-2 bracket, 1-2 bracket, so many more best of 3s you can play to understand the meta. And honestly, that's how we get to see the best mlbb possible.
For this first turtle, I'm not sure if they're going to be fight for it. Whoa, we got to go back here.
Yeah, the way to dragon there was used up. Now good stun from Edward. Final slash as well. The turtle was already taken. Now Edward jumping with Vengeance again as a Valkyrie Descent will deal a lot of damage with Crab as well now. Tsunami Slam coming down. Sky taken low. He gets the kill.
Yue's gone. Seki's is next. Sakai's goes down. And they disengage. So it's a trade. The 1-for-1 actually here. Turtles secured though for Aurora Gaming Philippines. Man, these fights for the Turtles breaking out, the adjustment of the meta so far that we've seen, I mean, it's all kind of brawly, but still, you're talking about a Baksha versus a Leomord at that. But then you also have a counter over in the gold lane, right? Innocent later on should be able to go ahead and help beat out Domenkite unless he scales up enough. Okay, little BMI.
Yeah, that was a bit too close for comfort though now. Phantom Seed, Cram walking up as well. Edward, able to space away. Can he get away? Sky is just going for it, and Cram, popping the recalls as well.
Cram's like, you see that? I hope you could see that, Edward. And Edward not having the best time on this R-Lot right now.
You want to get Edward angry though.
Hey, right now, they might be angry in the mid lane. That's a tsunami slam bringing down Yubes.
Good stuff from both these teams. Selangor Red Giants really punishing the small mistakes that Aurora Gaming Philippines were making. Again, Edward walking up too aggressive with no vision on the map. And it's the same for Selangor Red Giants, for Aurora Gaming Philippines, I mean. Punishing them on the top side river, noticing that there were members rotating into the bottom lane. It really comes down to where you find advantages on the map and how to utilize it in every single situation.
Yeah. Again, with this kind of build-up already in the early game, you've got some of those first items locked in, of course. A little bit of different path here for our mid laners. You go in with that glowing wand. He's going to need that to help with some of this sustainability that comes out from this lineup from SRG, but also the lightning transit there for Stormy. Stormy has been on fire for the most part in the game. So the kick.
Reggie Kundo on the way to Dragon again. On top of that, Cram actually stole the XP grab, so a little bit more damage on top of the physical one. It's mental damage now. It's going to be Light walking up now with help of Innocent as well with the Valkyrie set. Now Tsunami Slam to bring him under turret.
Oh, in trouble. Yubes trying to get away, disengage, but he falls to Yue. But Turtle secured by Sakai's. So all part of the plan, at least to get the objective. So they traded out. Man, I'll say this. It's okay if Yubes goes down and trying to set up a play. Edward, on the other hand, he has been having a hard time. So I think the question is it, do you want to get Edward mad? I think at this point he's mad, man. Like, you know, but what we have seen with R-Lots when they are picked, wow, look at the damage, by the way, from Stormy on this Marsa. Back to the R-Lot is the final slash. You win? Oh, wait, he's got brilliance.
Go for the stun. Liquor as well, Purify out. The slash has come down under tier 2. But was it worth it for the shutdown, though?
I mean, is Cram just trying to make a point or what?
That has to be it, right? I mean, you kind of want to just assert your dominance, but I feel like Aurora are the type of team to be like, sure, you can have the dominance, bro. We'll take the shutdown. It's all G.
I mean, I don't... He's 4-1-2 now. Unnecessary death just to assert the dominance or not. You know, might get checked here.
Yeah, Tsunami Slam, instant Purify coming down now as Yums is able to go for the way the Dragon over on Demonkite. Pops into Poison's in time, but look at the damage coming through over on Demonkite. Still, it's Edward trying to save him. Demonkite caught in the bad spot. Oh, plays into one from Domeng!
Oh, and they're still going Cramp trying to run it this time after losing to 2 members in the fight. Aurora Gaming Philippines. Hey, you know what? Forget Edward being mad. The whole team's mad.
Oh my goodness. Stun coming down. Cancels out Light's jump. Now has to go back into that wave, but the turret in the mid lane falls, and Aurora finally get a lead in the game, like an actual 1K lead now.
Actual lead. Domenkite as well, by the way, has just been able to go ahead and farm up the way that he wants to. On this Claude, we're already starting to see that damage come through. Turret's gonna fall mid and top. So now you've got the space to work with if you're Aurora Gaming Philippines to go ahead and lead into this next objective. Turtle comes up, last one of the game, and they'll get in position. Once again, Yums has continuously done this, setting up with the Cho, but this time it might be a little bit tougher. Domeng rotating it down too. He's gonna go ahead and clear out these minions in the mid. But look at the Light, trying to set things up potentially here before this Turtle even breaks out.
They really want to shut down Innocent, dude, and they've done a good job at that. In this game so far, Edward can be caught for the airstrike coming down as well. Edward, pops into Vengeance right as the way the Dragon came through, so it got canceled. Now Edward in the back line, finds the final stack, but again, it's Innocent who goes in, blazing duet coming in from Domeng. Innocent barely spacing out to position. It's Grab going through, CC immune. He's got, gets the stun on 3. Skies walks up, not enough damage.
Oh, Domenkite chasing down Sakai's, he can't escape the guns. And now another to fall as Stormy goes down on top of it.
The instant burst goes to Selangor Red Giants, but the long team fights go to Aurora Gaming Philippines. Domenkite again the guy who we've been talking about, I think, for the most part, right?
Yep.
When can he step up? He's stepping up now, finally.
Hey, that's what you do here. Now he's going to get another turret. He's got the Trinity locked in under the 10-minute mark, too. Taking a look at the replay here. Again, this fight was started up.
Beautiful.
And you'll notice Innocent jumping in, too. Cram goes in, doing what he does best on this Lapu Lapu. But the fight gets separated here.
And it's all about the little things in the fight because, again, they were able to bait so much time, bait so many resources because of Edward. Yes, he's 0-4-4, but that vengeance to cancel away the dragon, him just staying alive for a bit more, really baited out more resources than Selangor Red Giants were comfortable to actually use in that team fight.
On top of that, a little bit more damage here for UA, picking up the Divine Glaive, and that's crazy that Edward's able to do that, man, even after going down multiple times. He's got an Oracles, he's got the Fury Hammer, like you mentioned, some tough boots, and then he's got the Ice Shield, pretty much, right? Like, and that's just how the R-Lot works, especially with the Brave Smite emblem and that Festival of Blood. So it's a little finicky to try to kind of kill him. Oh, no.
Stormy pops in to Purify, but Demon Kite goes for the chase. That's a stun out. Poison's coming down, and Stormy will be taken down under turret. Cram and Sky is going at it, but it's only onto the Baksha as Yums will lose his life. That's a stun onto Demon Kite, but he's still alive. Now Light coming in for the healing. Tsunami Slam! Domang!
Oh, and again, they're trying to get away. Cram under the turret. Demon Kite chasing down. There's the follow through as they pick up 4 kills for Aurora Gaming.
Aurora Gaming Philippines are striving in the chaos. You wouldn't expect to hear that before you watch today's match.
Ooh, that's the adaptations that we have seen throughout the Swiss stage until now. They're playing a different game, and it's funny because it's a utility jungler, right? Oh, okay. Well, Lord secured. Selangor Red Giants are going to have to wait on this defense. They do have decent clear, but man, I feel like this Freya pick for Innocent just hasn't been able to do much in this game. A lot of times when he pops the Valkyrie form and he goes and jumps in, he's pretty much just taken care of really quickly here. Because of the front line position from Aurora Gaming Philippines, even the ability to go ahead and bait out some things with the brilliance from UA, it's just a whole lot to deal with. And again, if you're afraid and you're jumping into the fray of things, Edward is there, man. He'll final slash you for the team. A Lord's going to go ahead and charge in the mid. Holy defenses are still up here as they pop in the mid lane. Aurora going to choose to force a fight.
But the airstrike there. It's a Tsunami Slam to catch Hume. He's going to be caught. Vengeance already down. Demon Kite was able to take him down there. The Lord will be cleared out. Innocent can't go for the Valkyrie Descent anymore. You already used it to clear up the wave, and Rora want to go for round 2. Into the mid lane base turret they go. Yue already on it, trying to siege it down, and they will crack the base turret open. Domang doing so much damage. Has to respect Stormy, though. He's been caught by a few of those skill ones. Man.
Yeah, that's still impressive, though. First Lord, already a base turret down. Sometimes we see teams just with the First Lord, they'll get the Holy Defenses down, if that. But one base turret down for Aurora Gaming Philippines. Take a look at the items here, too. You can see the gap between the gold lanes specifically, man. 3,000 gold for Domang Kite right now. He's got the Wind of Nature, too, building into the next. And also, on the other side, you've got Demon Kite with quite a bit of a lead.
And like, this is the thing, right? You pick up the Freya to counter the Claude. The fact that the Claude is 3,000 gold ahead. Oh man, it's going to be really tough. Innocent might have to use a Purify here at the start of the fight. Valkyrie send backward, Purify out of Tsunami Slam. Yums going to the backline, but Domang again able to go for the win. The Dragon from Yums.
And they're still breaking out. Yue trying to get away. He pops the Brilliance, and Stormy on the wings will engage.
Cram going down to Edward. Now it's just Stormy. He has the Purify. That's a shield unity into the Purify out. Edward won't go in. They'll hold the lines for now, but there's 18 seconds on Yums, and Rora are knocking on the base turret up top.
They're still going to go. Edward, final slash of the minions to help clear them out, but they might just have enough time to take out a base turret, and off of that initiation, now 2 base turrets down for SRG with the Lord coming up in 30 seconds. Aurora Gaming Philippines has essentially controlled the course of this game already up to this point. And for SRG, are they going to choose to actually contest against this Lord? They've got firepower, man. I mean, especially like we've seen with a Farsa in their hands, but it just seems like all the options that they had in the early portion of the game have kind of run out here.
That fight earlier was a bit too close for comfort, I feel, right? Obviously, Aurora Gaming were still able to get the win, but the fact that it looked really good at the start, and then Yums all of a sudden was able to get away to Dragon onto Domang, putting him in a tougher spot and actually shutting him down. that means Selangor Red Giants, they have ways and avenues to actually still outplay a Wind of Nature Purify Up Claude.
I'm just wondering, man, at what point are you able to turn the tide completely here if you're SRG? You know, Malefic Roar now picked up for Innocent. Sometimes it might just be able to get enough damage off, you know, on the, with utilizing this Freya pick. Lord's going to be started up. Look at the positioning from Aurora Gaming Philippines as they go ahead and spot things out. Light has the flicker available. If he chooses to set things up, that can work. But this is also something you always have to worry about with a Claude against you, is if there's an off-lane push. A quarter of the health here on the Lord.
Valkyrie Descent coming in, now it's going to be Light. Still able to dash away. Sky's going to go for the Retribution now, but it's actually going to go on Edward instead as Demon Kite wins out the Retri battle. Yum's able to flicker around the safety and now for the air strike!
Yum's! Oh, and Innocent jumps in. It's a shutdown on UA. Sakai's able to find Demon Kite's in trouble!
The minions are at the base. Edward going to go into the bottom lane. He's going to try to barge in through as the minion is still there, but the turret is still alive, so Edward won't risk it. They'll instead back away. At the end of the day, it's 3 for 2, but Aurora won out the Lord. Innocent able to pick up a tier 2 in the bottom lane as Edward's too afraid to go 1v1 against the Beast.
Mirko, I asked, when is Innocent's Freya going to be able to pop off, find the right targets, and with that play around the Lord, yeah, sure, they lost it, but like you mentioned, they're showcasing that they can team fight against Aurora Gaming Philippines, and now they're going to go ahead and finally get some of these turrets down. They'll take down the tier 1. Up top is nearly down as well, and that's what SRG needs, man. They need some space to work with here in this game. And I'll tell you what, it just seemed like everything had to fall into place for them in utilizing this composition. You see in here, I mean, their fighting capability is really good, especially around objectives, right? You've already got, like I said, Stormy's already pretty much damaged. He's where he needs to be in big damn department, dude. He's got Holy Crystal, Divine Blade, Lightning Truncheon, and working on the next tier. Same thing with the Freya, and now to the point where you have some defensiveness for Yums, where he doesn't get blown up on a kick. Oh, Demon Kite jumping in.
Great Shun Pu to cancel the shield unity, and now they're all in with Cram jumping with Raven Spider. But look at the Tsunami Stop catching Skies in the back, but he's able to dish out a bit more damage in the end.
Oh, they're going to chase down in the jungle. Does Demon Kite decide to go? They're going to re-engage.
Cram able to flicker out. Innocent jumping away, able to get the knock-up down as Tomei goes in with the Blazing Dew and a double for Yue. Now it's Yums caught in the bad spot. Yue actually dies. Aurora are also low. Cram and Stormy able to clear out the waves.
They can clear out the waves. I mean, even with... Oh, Cram jumping in. Final Slash going to be used. Edward just keeping things here. This is too risky, man. They're so low health for Light and Demon Kite. What do they want to do here? They're going to heal back up with a Surge of Life. They're going to try to push it in.
I think that was a mistake. Now Cram doesn't have the Brave Spider. He's trying to hold out the waves. Tsunami's time to take him away from the waves. That's a Final Slash to cancel the airstrike. Stormy is trying to defend, but it won't happen. There's too many waves in the base. Aurora Gaming Philippines takes game number 1.